So what I want you guys to do really quickly is go ahead and there's no summary on the back today, so go ahead and just preview the book by reading the table of contents and maybe taking a moment or two to flip through the pictures and the photographs and looking at that. Okay, go. Go ahead and read through the other ones. Mm-hmm. Just gonna look at the headings and the pictures.
Oh, that's so cute. There's Native Americans.
All right. What is the? Oh, you can close it now. Actually, you can keep your keep open to the contents. Okay. So let me ask you, what do the table of contents and some of the chapter headings tell you about what this text is about? Rebecca, Jackie, Rebecca.
It tells you that which page do you want to learn about?
It can tell you which page to go to if you want to learn about a particular subject. What do you think you're going to be learning in this book based on these chapter headings, Mackenzie?
And I think that I'm going to learn by these chapter headings is about gardens, and like I looked inside the book, and I like it can also be as mazes instead of corn mazes.
Okay, so that could be a garden that's a maze garden instead of maybe a corn maze. What else do you think, Destiny?
I think contents of they tell you, because if you want information about a beautiful garden, then you could just see what page it is,
Great.
and you could just flip to that place.
Great, so if maybe one of the chapter headings tells you about that type of garden, you can flip right to that page. What garden, based on these, so floating garden, maze garden, what page can I find butterfly gardens on, please? Rebecca, what page?
18.
I can go to page 18. Reading these chapter headings, which garden sounds most amazing to you? Which one sounds, which garden would sound most amazing to you? Mackenzie? Jackie, Mackenzie.
I like the maze garden, but I'm not really I like it, but it doesn't seem fun because you can get really stuck in it.
Well, does that sound like an amazing garden to you? Why does it sound like an amazing garden?
Because
It sounds like an amazing garden because...
it sounds like an amazing garden because there's maybe there's going to be flowers along the way, and maybe butterflies, and there's also all sorts of stuff that you can see in a beautiful maze garden.
In a maze garden? What else might you see in a maze garden? Mm-hmm.
I want to head on to you can see that it also says that it is I also think that it will have a lot of grass and a lot of flowers and a lot of animals and a lot of bees.
Okay. So this book is giving us an explanation. It's explaining what different types of gardens there are that you may or may not have known about before. Now there is a word called shrub. Have you guys ever heard of that word before, shrub?
No.
Okay, so shrub is kind of like, it's a small little plant, okay? Or it could be a small little bush. It's anything that doesn't grow very tall. It's not like a tree. It's much smaller than that.
Like flowers?
Not really like weeds or flowers. If you look on this page,
the small flowers.
like small little bushes that maybe grow closer to the ground would be called shrubs. Okay? All right, so we're going to start reading today. As we read, I want to give you guys your focus. So Mackenzie, what I want your focus to be today is to slow the pace down and stop at your periods, okay? And think about, if you come to a tricky word, don't skip it, what kind of decoding strategies are you going to use?
Chunky monkey.
You can use chunky monkey, break it into chunks, okay? Mackenzie, start reading at a slow pace, please, stopping at your punctuation. All right. Kristen and Tiffany, I want you to also stop at your punctuation and read at a good pace, but just make sure that when you have a period or a comma that you take a pause. Okay? All right, continue. And Rebecca, for you today, I want you to make sure that after you read one chapter, like the first page, ask yourself, do I understand what I'm reading? If there's not something you understood, go back and read it again. Okay?
Creating an amazing garden.
Let's go over a little bit. All right, please begin reading.
People have garden. There's an amazing great garden in Mexico. This garden is built on the lake by an amazing people over 500 years ago. Mexico. This garden was built on a lake by the amazing people on the lake.
Try that again. You have up at the first, right? Check that second part of the word. Put it together. This is right. Can you make that A sound like a different way?
Amazing garden.
As is right. Now just put that last part together.
Amazing gardens are puzzles.
What sound does E make?
Amazing garden has
What sound does
all
E
my head that you cannot see open.
F. So read that.
You
Tech. Now put the first part together. As. Have you heard of that before? That's a ancient people that used to live in Mexico. I like how you put those two parts together to make it sound right. People and
People.
Over time,
the year's trip is to find your way into the go.
keep reading out loud with that. Into the what?
Of the maze. Garden maze. That floated on the lake. You find your way back. This garden was built on the lake.
Okay.
Some mazes are made from one cup.
Read that second one again, please.
Maze gardens
Put it together now.
crops.
You know what crops are? Crops are vegetables that farmers can grow.
Gardens Maze garden is about 4 inches tall. Then farmers take out some of the plants to make
Okay. Where are you, Rebecca? Okay.
What? That you
Okay, you have the first part.
This means you can
Float. Wow, you found a part of the word that you knew. Now you have an ending like we kind of talked about today that might change the word a little bit. Put it together. Floated. Does that make sense? Good.
When they planted vegetables in the maze and in the summer, and then garden yours people visit these gardens. Way back
You did.
to where you started.
Keep reading out loud, everybody.
Some mazes are made from corn. This garden is full of good stuff. You can visit corn is about 4 inches tall.
Is there a word inside of that word that you might recognize?
The plant to make path. See?
He is there? What about right
When
here? Do
you
you recognize that part?
Above the story is made from
There's no H. What does that look like?
Look like animals eat the green path.
Okay, try the first part.
Each part of the garden.
Head, nice. Is there another sound that G can make? Okay, try it with that.
People visit the garden.
What's that? Hedges. Do you know what a hedge is? Hedge? Okay, so a hedge is sort of like the...
It's like a shrub that's been pruned a little bit.
Oh, thanks. It's a hedge is a shrub that
Been cut up a little bit.
has been cut up.
This garden has plants that are grown and shapes of animals. The plants grow. You can
Okay, Mr. Joe is right. A hedge is part of the like a small
and have a tea party. And you can
That's good. I like how you made that G sound differently and then you put it together to make it so that it made sense as well. All right? Okay, keep going.
To keep shape the animal.
that you cannot see over each storybook. It means you can only see and the pages you are planted.
Butterfly garden.
Right.
This butterfly garden is
To
in
find
a
a way into
as you visit each part
Read it the first way that you had it.
you can
Does Kenter make sense? You read it like it should be read, but it doesn't make sense. Let's try reading it a different way.
in the garden.
Can you try making the C sound differently?
garden.
Does that make sense? Center? Okay.
I write
And
I eat
on the garden where you start.
Okay, girls, stop right there. Okay. You guys did a... Can anyone please share some decoding strategies that you might have used when you came to a tricky word today and what you did? Destiny?
So, if you open up to the floating gardens,
Can you tell us what page that's on, please?
that is page 6 and 7.
Okay.
Is okay. So like that is
So Aztec.
Aztec. I was chunking it up, and I
Look over here, please, girls.
I got as.
She got as her first part of the word.
And then I was trying to practice text. Wait. Text.
Mm-hmm.
Text. And I didn't know what a text was, and then Miss Kerr told me a text.
Aztecs.
Aztecs is people that were born, I think,
An ancient people from Mexico.
ancient people from Mexico.
Good, so sometimes it's hard when we're decoding these words. If it's a word we don't know the meaning of, it's hard because we don't know when we say it right that it makes sense to us. Was there another example that one of you girls wanted to share? Okay, go ahead, Mackenzie.
Well, it's on
Or you can remember what the word is too. Do you remember what it was?
butterfly garden.
Okay, it's page 18 for butterfly. Oh, were you going to look at your contents? That would have been a good idea.
There was a there that I'm still finding out. It was this one, had it too. This one, which I didn't really sound out, which I was still stuck on. I was trying to still stuck on that one. And
Okay.
It was something fun. So
Let's look at it together as a group. So this one was tricky for her.